People say marriage is a blessing, but I don't feel joy. In fact, I've even gone silent on social media, in brackets, which is unusual for me. Part of my guilt comes from the fact that I once cheated on my fiancé.
Wow.
Are you into big boom?
Keep telling people you have anxiety issues. It's a lie. You are just wicked and mad.
Look, you've done BBL and we're all happy for you. Carry your new bum and go outside.
This is the podcast for you.
I'm not poor. Are you sure? It's because they are vaping. Now everybody's marrying on time.
At your big age.
Wait now. Do you know that I don't have clean pants to wear tomorrow?
I said what I said. The Unsolicited Opinions podcast starts now.
Please, this is a public place. Hello, boys and girls.
No, you should have waited. You should have waited
I'm a busy person.
You shouldn't have even said anything. You should have just waited.
The thing is, I'm actually a busy person.
You should have waited.
If you don't know, yesterday they said I'm a captain of industry. You know that?
I was there.
So please, that's what I do. I captain industry.
Sorry, don't be annoyed.
Anything apart from that. What did we discuss today? It was not captaining industry.
No, we did some dilemmas.
We spoke about group trips. We spoke about group trips and the dynamics of group trips. We spoke about getting yourself some hobbies.
Yeah, we spoke about correcting your friends in an uncomfortable situation, like correcting their parenting or how they run their home, stuff that's a bit sensitive.
Yes. We spoke about Q4 coming up and it's time for you to start moving so that you don't get to December and you are wailing and writing into this platform. What else again?
That was pretty much it.
Yes.
We had a great time.
For HMO.
Hey, I was looking for, we asked about HMOs, insurance, all the different types, life, health, car, all sorts. KLM. You see my team. Enjoy the episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Please, I'm coming. I'm tired.
Come and join me. You guys, my boxes are back. KLM.
Did you go to the airport?
I'm going after this recording. But I want to let you guys know that after many days and many nights, and I'm actually not exaggerating, I landed in this country on Monday last week. My suitcases arrived on Friday night.
That's crazy.
Or Saturday. One of the two. So I was on the verge of getting a juju doll.
No, but that's 5 days is actually quite insane. And
it is insane.
It's because
it's so insane. And they don't rate us at all.
Because when they lost my luggage in London, it was like 1.5 days.
What are you talking about?
And they were begging me.
In Rome, on the way to the airport, my suitcases had come.
They were begging me.
On the way home, they had put my suitcases on the next flight out. And it got there within an hour. I was leaving the airport.
So many messages that I was like, guys, I've heard you.
But don't worry, KLM. You'll see me in camera. All right. You will see my team.
Do you know that I keep wondering where that came from?
You see my team?
No, you see me in camera. What the hell does that mean?
KLM, you see my team, my esquires.
I'm screaming.
Wow, they're on the way to you.
You're taking legal steps.
Big ones. Big legal and mighty, steps. Giant legal steps. Okay? Big steps. They are really going to see my team.
No, but you have to take legal steps like in England. You can't take legal steps in this country.
They should try me first and see.
Because you go the steps.
They don't even really have, it's so annoying. You guys, they don't even really have.
Do they have an office there?
Not really. Mm-hmm. If you call, the number they give you to call if you have like any issues with your luggage, it's an international number.
So you can't even go and hold somebody's shit.
Nope. That plays one stupid music for like 40 minutes. I'm not joking. I didn't end up talking to anybody. I was just on hold.
There's actually nothing I hate
for 40 minutes. I was so mad. KLM, you will see my team. Don't worry. You see, I'm so happy because I had financial targets that it wasn't looking like I was about to reach this year. Look at God. Just look at God.
He always creates new opportunities. Mind you people have not reimbursed my ASOS purchases.
No, don't worry. Your issue is too small. I'm a mighty issue.
I need you to be alert on that. Somebody needs to check up on it.
And it's even the first world countries plane, a airline. I've been to your airport. I know what you're capable of.
Are doing there.
So don't worry. You will see my team. Koye, get to typing. Lawyer. Between Koye and Eli, they'll really see something. Don't worry. Any type of lawyer they are looking for, they will see it.
I'm screaming.
They are not going to believe it. You will regret having such a customer like me. When I put my name to buy a ticket, I'll just start seeing no ticket any day, anywhere is available. I should find another way to get where I'm going to.
Do you know, I'm actually deeply Nigerian. I just got like a notification from one of these stores or an email or whatever. Pieces you must buy this autumn.
Who
and
must
in my
do
head,
anything?
I literally said, nobody go tell me.
Yes!
Go do. Which one is you must? I hate rude communication. I must buy. You are who?
No mind them.
I want to reply that, please, when the other song starts. Small thing that I bought that you people signed me to your email. Next thing I must
have.
You put
Very rude.
Capital. Why are you shouting at me? Why are you shouting at me? This is Monday morning. Monday morning like this, I must buy. Please.
Don't mind them. What did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Friday and Saturday, I was unwell. So I was at home, actually. Well, I had a brief departure. I saw Leila for like 2 hours. Then, that was all that I did. I went to wash my hair. Very exciting.
Fair enough.
Those are the only 2 times I left my abode. No, I'm lying.
Yesterday. Oh, no,
I went to eat in Antaraba's house. So that was also very...
Why didn't you invite me?
Yeah, actually, that was also very exciting. I went, the thing with family members, I ate, I went to have a nap. I'm not joking, from my nap. I ate at like 8:30. I woke up, I left there at 4 in the morning.
That's not a nap, fake. I mean, you slept.
But like, I didn't mean to.
That's not a nap. A nap is not, when you sleep, but you didn't mean to sleep.
Are you out? I said out. I'm in another person's bed. That's what's going on.
That's such a Yoruba definition of a nap. Oh, I slept more than I meant to. Let me just call it a nap.
It wasn't nap.
That's not a nap.
It was just long.
8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. is a sleep.
I had a nap and it just happened to go on till 4.
No, that's not a nap. If you nap,
guys, come on. I had a nap that was meant to be 30 minutes.
8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Fake me, that is a sleep.
And then I went home and slept properly.
Like when children sleep like that, their parents announce it.
What I'm saying is I went home and then I went to bed.
You have
like
sleeping sickness. Yeah. You have sleeping sickness. What's the one? Should be a flight that gives sleeping sickness.
And then, on Sunday, we resumed Sunday gathering.
Oh my gosh.
Fun.
-2, but it was still ridiculous.
It was so fun because I don't know how to explain. Do you know, there are things that I wish we record so that people will know that.
No, but we also can't record.
These are
anything.
leaders of tomorrow. We attempted to plan a group trip. I said, God, release me from this place that I am. Release me to people that are better. Just in every...
What's so foolish? I'm so sorry.
Everybody is so crazy. Everybody is so... First of all, the issues that were coming up, we wanted to go somewhere that was very far. Everybody now started saying us that we've not been anywhere. All of us have not successfully... We've not successfully made it to Ilashe together. Like as in there, everybody came.
Everybody
they want to travel for 15 hours.
No, not everybody came. I was thinking of John's like pre-wedding thing. Not everybody was able to make it. Yeah.
Then the next thing, please, you guys, is it bad? Well, there are men in the group. There are women in the group. So I said, are we doing a modern system, or are we doing a proportionate system where heads of homes they pay more? Only for John to say that are we not captains of industry? The women. I said, which stupid captain am I?
Then he said, he got so annoyed. He said, we will be the difference.
He said, we'll be the change.
We'll be the change. He was so offended that even
I have never seen men all of a sudden so much into feminism. They said, no, this is an equal.
At some point, and then like when everybody is just so delusional. At one point, we seriously started talking about China.
You guys, for like 30 minutes, we're talking about this group that you just heard now. Once again, I want you to know that all of us have never made it to dinner together. we started discussing that the group trip we have should be to China.
China. Very nice. They have different types of...
No. So they now wait. Someone now showed a picture of one hotel in China.
That's really cool, by the way.
So he said, okay, the issue he has the group trip is who will now be downstairs? If all of us go, who will be in this room now? Then who will be downstairs?
Just said that we'll make a timetable for content.
So that the nice room,
everybody will be...
Every quarter, every 3 hours. Then you say, okay, it's just time. John will lie down on the bed. Then we'll have a calendar. So that if I post this week on the bed, then he will post next week. So it won't look as if all of us. He said, yeah, because if only one person has the nicest room, they won't be right. Just imagine what we're discussing. Now, one said, okay, but they can't be downstairs. They can't be near the door. They'll be doing
the last time he went on one group trip, his own room was he could hear the road, so he did not sleep. We were all I
put it to you, we've not even chosen the dates we are going. Look at the issues that have come up.
We called one of our friends. We're like, because he wasn't around. We're like, we are planning a group trip. These are the options. Say, see the way people are saying it as if he's a keja. Him too. He now started rambling, going, just saying, is that how they do? Oh my God. It was genuinely.
Then we got into, can your partner? I say, whose partner? Who is the person? Who is the person?
John said, I don't like gatekeeping. You get, gosh.
Then the two married people said, well, as a married
something.
Please.
Nah, if we even make it to the airport,
you guys, will
be so pleased. I'll be like, we've actually really achieved something. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the bounce is here with something fresh, beautiful, and hot for you from Chowdeck. This is the Order to Win campaign. Faye, can you tell them what it's about?
I will do just that. Now, every time you order, you have the chance to win many, many, many things. You can win phones. You can win wigs. You can win TVs. You can win PS5. Plural. Many, many, many. Not just one of it.
This order is open to customers in all their cities. That's Lagos, Ibadan, Benin, Enugu, Abeokuta, Ilorin, and Abusive.
Yes. Now, all you need to do is, if you don't have Chowdeck, new users, download the Chowdeck app right now. And if you put in the code ISWIS when you order, you'll get 500 Naira off your first order. To participate, if you're an existing user, please update your app and then be ordering and be winning.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's all you need to do.
That's what it is.
You see, what we do, we bring you
every time, encouraging, so please go off,
nutritious,
and do well as your order. As you're winning, remember who brought this to you.
Important.
Bye.
Bye. Even ordinary dinner was supposed to be, it has caused arguments. I'm not around. So. Who is around? What are we eating? I'm allergic.
Now, they said that as a group, we should be dressing up for dinner. Layla, say once a month.
She first said once a month.
We should be,
the room was quiet.
We should be dressing up. Only for us to get into what is dressing up. Is it cocktail? You guys, how can someone say, is it formal wear? Are we stupid? As you were going for dinner in this very Lagos, you now wear suits. No, you guys.
We're so unserious.
I just looked at her yesterday. I said, yeah.
And everybody is, at this 30s, we've entered it.
All people here will have children.
Bruh.
Tough. No, it's gonna, if we make it on this trip, it's gonna be a tough one.
Not.
It's going to
anything we say, so you just say, but we sleep downstairs. Because me, I'm not sleeping downstairs.
I said, but if you book a villa, somebody has to sleep in all the rooms.
All of us started arguing.
He said, no.
He said, okay, no problem.
Said, okay, we'll do luck of the draw. That you roll that. Then I said, okay, whoever is sleeping in master bedroom should pay more.
We said no. Then he said, okay, no problem. The easiest thing was whoever is organizing and puts the accommodation on their card will pay. Everybody's voice reduced.
But they always take a card in case
there's one card that they always take.
Damages. I said, I'll sleep downstairs.
No, unhinged.
Because in this group, surely
something will break.
There would be damage.
Something will break.
Things that you're not supposed to take from the hotel room, robe, or they will take it.
No, a knocked bunch.
So me, I now said, you guys, I said ahead of the holiday, we should think about the outfits. These ones started complaining.
No, nobody's doing that one with you, Fake-Kemi.
Come on.
At our age, you Fake-Kemi, and I know Fake-Kemi. Fake-Kemi say Monday breakfast, florals, Tuesday, Monday dinner, champagne, something. Nobody's doing that.
I just don't understand why we'll go on a group trip. Then there'll be no outfits.
Nobody. Then Lena said, okay, we can do dial-up day. It was
Nah, we can't make Nigerian brand.
We can't make it.
Do one day. I said sorry.
We can't make it. No, actually, if we are, the first test will be this. We're trying. So what tends to happen is we just hang out at each other's like houses and eat. That's like the normal thing we do. Now, Leila has insisted that we have to be serious and actually try and get to dinner. If we make it to this dinner, I know that because these guys are actually knocked. When I got home, I was actually thinking about, I was like, I have multiple friendship groups. There is not one that is sane. I don't have anything close to.
I also started thinking about trying to do this same group trip plan across all the groups. Nobody can make it. No, unless it's the only way it works is if we're going for something. Like if everybody's traveling for somebody's wedding. That's the only way. But like the group trip is the aim. Oh, yeah. You'll be there. Please, I just want to ask a question. Me, I said that if we go to a country for 5 nights, we can do 3 nights in one place in the country and 2 nights in another place. All of these local individuals started shouting, hey, why will we be traveling? Why will we be going?
That's not what kind of
holiday is that?
You know, there's a difference between, I want you guys to know that we're like 10, by the way. Right? This Fake-Kemi's plan, you guys, Fake-Kemi is a traveler with not a plan, with many plans. She's one of those people that we should say, Monday morning, we're doing this. We're doing this activity. Wearing this at this time. Monday afternoon, we're doing A and B. She's that kind of person. You guys will actually kill each other. Do you know that when we're going somewhere, you know that one of people, let's go in cars. No, everybody goes by themselves because we will surely kill. We're so insane that I just feel like it's one of those things that if we say, okay, let's say we were foreigners and we're like, okay, we're coming to Nigeria. Fake-Kemi is basically saying, let's go to Lagos and Abuja, which sounds normal to most people. It sounds like something that should be able to happen. What I can see happening is, why are we not going there? My great-grandfather actually said Ife is good. Somebody now said, no, is it because you people are Yoruba here? Why don't we actually go to Jos? We all know what Ife looks like. Let's go to Jos. We can eat fruits in Jos. And somebody else now said, but there's a lake.
Somebody who I won't mention will say they need to buy a rug. They need to buy tunic.
Nah.
I'm not joking. Places were ruled out because people said, no, but like, what about the thing that I want to buy? I said,
legit.
We can't go to this other country because you want to buy a rug. So I need you to understand that things are really, really tough.
People that organize, the older we get, organizing group trips is crazy. And then to be fair, like we always joke about our friends, but they are busy, like serious people with like amazing lives. So we'll just say, oh, what of June? Hey, I have this. What of October? What's the meaning of that? I'm not available this time to this time. What of this? Oh, my wife's birthday. She's doing girls trip. What of this? Oh, I work. So just the whole thing was just...
Anyway, we've agreed, Sha, that we're going. And then the issue now is how we're doing the bill. They said that there's a tiered payment plan.
No, we're actually insane. I'm so sorry.
Somebody said which step, which tier, everybody should pay the same one.
Then
I said, what I suggest.
So she said we should do colo.
I said, the way I'm running away with that money. You can't believe it.
Put the money in one place. We said, okay, where is the place? Say his account. Oh my God.
People will say, okay, let's open Piggy Vest.
Let's open Piggy Vest.
Group travel.
That group Piggy Vest. We can do it in different... No, genuinely. Anytime the back and forth is getting too much, you just say, and Olumo Rock is nice. Then once he sees that, this agreement gets so much, and I said that at the end of the day, we're still going to go to Enjoyyy. You just mention one place.
Honestly, yesterday, after the whole argument, he said, ultimately, we are going to Enjoyyy. And I put it to you that even that will not make it. Because who's going to drive us to Osun State? Even in India, we can't make it there. So look, the whole thing is looking tough. I want you to put us here prayers about the group. In fact, not even the group, the dinner.
Dressed up dinner.
Or having issue of dates.
I'm just trying to think of, because John's idea of dressing up is different from Wale, is different from Bulu, is different from Sheon. It's different from Soji. Then all of us.
I didn't you guys know that Soji came with
in a dial-up boo-boo
yesterday. After the conversation got, we just saw that he had removed it. He was wearing swimming trunks.
Oh,
I'm not joking. Under this boo, he was wearing like, singlet and swimming trunks.
Everybody so was like, said, So, and the thing is that Soji doesn't say anything.
So he wasn't, he was just like, talking the way I'm talking hot. To you. Then he just removed it. And all of us were just like,
No, my friendship group is so knocked. I'm like yesterday when I got home, because we haven't been able to hang out. People have been traveling, and so we haven't actually been able to hang out in a while. Some of our friends have like relocated partially. Like the whole thing is somehow. So we actually haven't seen each other in a while. I could not believe because you actually forget how insane.
No,
we talk in the group chat and everything, but in person, people are so. I think we need to bring a mental health professional to just sit down and watch.
Yes,
and then just tell us the nature of what they think are problems, potentially. Now there are some problems, but based on what you're saying, where are we going with this?
It's bad. Look, even to the point where, who was it that brought out a picture of a group? Then they didn't stand together. Some stood.
It was that Solange.
Someone else said, why we stand like this?
No.
Ella said, why we stand like this? So I said, who stand in front? I said,
who will be in the middle and the front? Because that's the important person. We said, but they're all important. I said, okay, but when we saw the picture, who do we look at first? Is it not this? And genuinely, we now started, someone else I said, okay, no problem. Yeah, I sat at the back. And I was stand there. I was just like, oh my God.
Again, we've not gone anywhere. But we're arguing about the picture position. In the outfit, they said they don't want to wear. Notice that in that picture, they were all wearing God bless you.
But that's what brought up the outfit issue.
All of a sudden, Leila said, yeah, but she won't buy yellow. I said, how do you know it should be yellow? Tell all these holidays, they always wear yellow.
No.
Bro, we're in big trouble.
Best of luck to all of us.
No, we're in big trouble. And then we started mentioning different locations. People just start laughing that, what do we want to do there? And I'm like, look, that's culture. I think China would have banged.
I really think so. The girls are actually in favor of China.
I think China
the boys are
like mad.
I want you to know that the boys are bringing up things like Dominican Republic.
Guess what they want to do there?
No. They said Dominican Republic.
Hi guys, we're talking about making money moves today, and here's how you can make some of those moves with Miss Anne.
Yes, whether you want to pay a vendor abroad, you want to send money to your family, you want to pay for your subscriptions, you want to send me money, you can do all on Miss Anne.
And they are celebrating us. So They just launched a really massive giveaway for I Said What I Said listeners. And it's called Mic Drop Money. They are giving a total of 5,000 Canadian dollars.
And the grand prize is $4,000. And all you have to do is use the Miss Anne app and you can just win $4,000 because of I Said What I Said. Oof.
So all you need to do is download the Miss Anne app and then send at least 50 Canadian dollars or top up your Miss Anne USD card with $50 US or more to qualify. It's time to get the big.
Run, don't walk, boys and girls. Download Miss Anne and start using it today.
This week, we have the grand prize of $4,000. Ching!
Nah. Man, friends.
And then Nigeria is also a mess up country. That's also, is it visa free?
That part was very shameful. When we had to come back to reality.
As soon as I said, okay, so how many people need visa assistance? I said, fuck.
When I started saying, that's why this country is not good. Nigeria, compared to our parents, were just so... It was really something. Organizing anything with friends. At the end of that, you know, I was thinking, this is why parents say don't keep friends.
I'm telling you, and then you see people with hidden agenda. We want to go to one place. Secretly, they've booked it with another group of friends. Next thing, that place is not even nice. We cannot... I said...
Why we go there? It's foul. Or people that have relocated are not thinking of where is closer to them.
Thank you.
People know Mexico is not bad. Mexico
the
is
next
good.
thing everybody was saying, okay, which airline will we fly? Someone said we should all go together.
How now?
Someone was already talking about business class. Another person, I said,
someone said that what his whole plan is that he will go 2 days before us because
he will use all those Ethiopia that you stay one night so that we'll all meet.
He said no, that we'll still meet there. He will actually get to the airport the same time as us. We should not worry. But his own plan is
but this let's go together. Someone has said, hey, can you come? I said, look, we'll all jam ourselves.
I'm obsessed with my friends.
Time for the activities will be communicated.
I'm obsessed with my friends. A bunch of clowns and lunatics.
This trip,
if not for Nigeria, genuinely, I think that's one of the things that hurts me the most about living in a really weird country where people emigrate is that you lose community.
You do.
I was so happy when I got home last night.
Guy, and then this issue of, okay, where should we go? What kind of places will we stay? When the picture of the place came out, everybody was very happy. Until they mentioned the price. Everybody started saying, no now. I said, what do you mean no now?
Are we not, is it not to sleep?
Everybody said no now. Then they started dividing into rooms that each of us will be sharing. I said,
crazy.
Listen, so
crazy and so much fun.
I think there is a psychology of like group trips that is very interesting.
I didn't do much this weekend. What did I do? I had dinner on Friday. And then, what else did I do? I had dinner on Friday. I didn't do anything on Saturday at all. And then on Sunday, I hung out with my friends, which was nice. It was just a nice, easy weekend. I've missed not having that much to do. It's always very exciting to wake up and think I don't have to do anything today. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said earlier on, and I'm going to be repeating this throughout the episode, KLM. You'll see me and my team. Let's see. Do we have any fun dilemmas today? Yes, I have one to start with. This is from a woman scorned.
I don't guess.
That's what she wrote. Hey, ladies and guests, if any. Welcome to the trauma that is my life. Go for bad thing. So I will keep it to the point. I dated someone for 7 years. Yeah, you heard that right. 7. Not 1 or 2,
Why
but
are you
7.
shouting at us?
We kept breaking up and coming back together. He cheated and I kept taking him back because now maybe mumu. The nail on the coffin was when I heard he got married after inviting me the day before to watch a movie with him. I blocked him on everything and moved to England. Thank goodness for dual passports. Now tell me why his sister has called me that the marriage is a sham and he's sad and misses me. I feel like the devil is trying to use them because they've also been calling my mom to forgive him and take him back. I already know my answer is no, but I need revenge. So any suggestions on how I can ruin his life? Let me be frank with you. There is nothing you can, because it's your own life
that is ruined.
That is currently in a state of ruined. Your life will not be ruined in Jesus'
name.
But
because between you and the sister,
7 years,
your life they want to ruin.
7 years.
First of all, what kind of, as somebody's sister, what kind of stupid message is that?
We had this conversation when Candice was here about like how it's only women. Why didn't they tell his daddy to call you?
Thank you.
It's only women. Brother. They'll use sisters and mothers and aunties because they can't. It's women that are shameless enough and dull. We're so dull. We're not bright at all.
No, it's actually not a bright.
I'm actually being serious. As a collective, we're not bright enough and don't have enough dignity to be like, I'm so sorry, you can't drag me into this type of shit. We think it's cute. Your friend will tell you, I cheated, man. I cheated. You come and help me beggar. You two, you go. And you know he has never really felt like this before. You know he has his faults like a fool.
I want to tell you the fact. It's who you asked. We both have brothers. If they ask us, will we do this kind of stupid thing?
Of course not.
If I hear that you miss her, you are crazy.
Yeah.
The second issue I have is why are you even thinking about like anything to do with him? You say you want to destroy his life. Somebody that use you for pre-wedding movie.
He used you to step down before.
He used you to just cool down.
He didn't want to be stressed.
Just cool off. Do you know how crazy that is that you're watching a movie with somebody that is married tomorrow? So in the middle of the movie, they're calling him that, please, how far do you say, I'm coming.
Crazy.
Okay, oh. Girl, let me tell you something. Your focus is on the wrong thing.
Yeah, focus on healing.
There's actually nothing to be gained from this issue of you want to destroy
There's no
his
revenge.
life. There's no revenge for you to have. There's actually no reason for you to still be in communication with this person.
There is no revenge. The person has gotten one up on you already.
Like mad. And you know, the problem is that you honestly believe that all this, his sister calls me, means something. She's whining you.
Like mad.
She's whining you. Ultimately, she's his sister, so don't even worry yourself. Okay. Let me see.
We have a few. Oh, there's another one.
Go for
Please read. Hi, ladies. I was born out of wedlock and my parents have their individual families, although I didn't live with any of them. Last month, my dad asked that 2 of his kids come to mine during the long vacation. I refused and I explained that work is extremely hectic because my colleague has left and I won't be able to host. So basically, she has more responsibilities. My dad got really angry and said I was segregating myself. I called this guy for 2 weeks straight and he didn't pick my phone call. Guys, what if I had an emergency? I really love my dad, but this recent behavior really makes me question everything. Does he place his 2 other kids above me? Does he not rate me? He now wants me to travel 8 hours to come and beg him, and I really can't see him the same or stop crying. Again, I don't know whether it's because of KLM I'm in a harsh mood. But I need to explain something. Your dad is a clown.
As in?
He's a big clown. He doesn't have the emotional or financial investment to make this kind of demand. Your mom and dad had a kid, They then went on to have individual families. Nobody asked for you to come and live with them. So you probably lived with like a grandparent, like grandparents or something. And now they're trying to make demands. So your dad wants to fob off his children for long holiday. He wants to have a break from his kids and send them to you, the child that didn't live with him or grow up with him. And when you're saying, oh, I'm really busy at work and I don't have, like I can't host my half siblings, he's making it a thing. Be angry. Be angry. I should travel 8 hours to the house you live in with my siblings that I don't live in to tell you, sorry, I couldn't take them for the long holiday at my own inconvenience with time and money. Yes, cry. Do you know why you're crying? Because you just realized that your family doesn't rate you.
They don't rate you.
They are not serious at all.
You need to let it sink in and then behave accordingly.
Nigerian families can be such bullies. You're not even ashamed. You're not shy about the fact that your kid didn't live with you. You're not shy. What you now want to do is use the child as a mule. And they know that emotionally you're invested. Because you have insecurities around family, they know that you feel, oh, like, I need to prove myself as part of the family. I need to show them that like I'm worth any effort and I care and blah, 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 blah. Bomber-clad children, stay with your daddy. You're not serious.
And your daddy too is an Agbaya.
Agbaya. Big Agbaya.
I'm not like, all this ignoring you. Sorry, random. Who highlighted these 2 things?
Read it. It's me.
Okay. Do you want us to do it?
Go ahead.
Which one?
Anything you like.
Oh. Okay,
why is this fluorescent so bright like this? This is not how it normally looks so on my laptop.
Okay, let me do the second one. Okay. Anonymous says, hi ladies, I recently just got to watching your show. Welcome. And I love you guys so much. And may God bless you as you read through and give an honest opinion. Straight to the point, I'm 22 years old and I really need some honest advice because I feel like I'm drowning in my emotions and I don't fully understand. I'm about to get married soon and instead of feeling excited, I feel withdrawn and unsure. People say marriage is a blessing, but I don't feel joy. In fact, I've even gone silent on social media, in brackets, which is unusual for me. Part of my guilt comes from the fact that I once cheated on my fiancé. Wow. I still don't fully know why I did it, but I confessed, and to my surprise, he forgave me. He never told anyone, and he continued to love me as if nothing happened. That forgiveness made me realize how much he values our relationship. But it also makes me question if I'm truly worthy of him. Now, as marriage gets closer, I keep wondering, will I make a good wife, or am I ignoring some signs and about to walk into something that I will regret? My fiancé is a good man. I've gotten to know his family and they're also lovely and well-to-do. But I don't always feel reassured when I share my fears with him. His response is usually just, we'll be fine. I love him so much, but sometimes I feel like running. Other times, I want to hold on tighter. It's a tug of war inside me. And I don't know if this is just normal pre-wedding anxiety or if it means I'm making the wrong choice.
You don't want to get married.
You don't want to get married. Tug of war.
You don't know why you did it. It's because you are trying to sabotage the relationship and force him to break up with you.
And you were shocked.
Yeah, and he didn't do what you had planned. So your whole thing is very typical. You don't want to be the bad person and break up an engagement.
Yeah.
So you want to do something that triggers the other person to break up the engagement.
Now you're drowning in guilt. Yeah. Am I worthy of him? This one, that. Girl, you don't want to get married. I don't think using language like tug of war is the same as, you see when they say people have cold feet, butterflies, see how light it is. Your feet are cold. You have small butterfly. Tug of war. Have you seen people doing tug of war?
It's a very serious thing.
Dangerous activity, actually. So for me, the fact that what you are going through is tug of war is more than anxiety. You don't want to get married. You don't want to get married. And I think, look, all of these things are symptoms of the same thing. You don't want to marry this man. The man definitely wants to marry you because you cheated on him and he still thought, you know what, let's go ahead with it. This one that I kind of like, what made me laugh the most is that the main sign for us to know that all is not okay is you've gone silent on social media.
But you know, a lot of brides now when they are getting married, they talk a lot.
Take a break.
Yeah. No. They are very
as in the planning.
They're always talking about, any small thing, dress fittings is so crazy. There are so many things nobody tells you about getting married. They are always going on and
it's
on.
It's okay,
and
don't
on.
worry. As you're quiet, people might think you're just
like hibernating.
Yeah, you don't want them to see you. All those ones.
It doesn't sound like you want to get married.
It doesn't sound like you want to get married. And like you're 22, so also fair enough. That's a teen bride.
That's a baby.
That is a teen.
Yeah, it's a big. Marriage is a responsibility.
Marriage.
It's a responsibility and it's like a huge... I think also the way we do things here makes everything like a big to-do. Like everything feels super, super deep and everything is very scary and everything is very intense. But fundamentally, what we're reading doesn't sound like someone who is just a little anxious. You don't want to get married.
Like you're not anxious. You are deeply uncomfortable with the whole thing.
And I think
you're adding all these reasons that because you're not in a bad situation, and so there's no clear cut. Oh, this is why I should leave, and that's what's disturbing you because the guy is a nice guy. The family is all right to you. All these things, but fundamentally, you don't want to get married, and your fiancé just telling you, "Oh, we'll be fine. It's also him not wanting to get into anything that is going to spoil his well laid out plans of marriage.
Yeah.
So I think you need to just be able to come out and say, listen, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't think you're supposed to be having tug of war
at all
onto marriage.
At all. Yeah. I don't know. I also think that there's something about, however, I don't think we've ever spoken about this, but more and more I get why people really want women to get married quite young as well. You're easygoing, you're naive, you're gentle. So, for instance, this is not complex. I don't want to get married. But you're so young that you feel like this is the end of the world for you to change your mind. And you're someone that you're gently being pushed in a direction.
You're being coaxed into it. It feels like there's nothing you can
do. And that is like just a very youthful thing. When you're young, you actually just, a lot of times you feel you can't disappoint people. You feel you can't say no. You feel like this is a big deal. No other opportunity is going to come. You're going to disappoint people. You're going to embarrass the family. It's going to be a big deal. And so I just want to tell you that because there are stories of people who got married simply because they couldn't fathom disappointing their families or upsetting
even though
people.
They were not sure about
it. And it has rarely ever ended well. Rarely. And when I mean like disastrous outcomes. Really, really disastrous outcomes. Like I have one in my mind that even now, whenever I think about it, I'm like, why did that all have to happen? Just a disastrous, unfortunate outcome. Because what always happens, and when those disasters start happening, everybody starts saying, but it wasn't by force for you to marry. Why didn't you say no? Okay, no problem. They started planning. They started spending money. It's not a big deal. I have a friend who's a planner. In fact, Tolani is a planner, and she said it here on the podcast that people have gotten to a certain level, and then somebody calls them, maybe like a parent of one of the couples, and says, "We're so sorry. Like, what refunds can we get? The wedding is not happening anymore." It happens. It's not unheard of. And nobody's going to collapse or die.
Yeah, like even if people make a fuss, honestly, it's better for you to not do it than to, because it's a big deal. The coming together. It's not that easy to unravel once you've done it. So I don't think you should go into it sort of willy-nilly with all this. You need to figure out what you want first and then be sure. I think having a little bit of anxiety or whatever is normal for any big decision in life, but not this tug of war issue that you're mentioning, my sister.
This person says Jola and FK's only wife. I have a lot of unresolved anger towards my aunt, who was my primary caretaker when I was younger. She was so neglectful, and that even extended family members knew about it. And the neglect was so bad that I blocked out most of it during those years. Only recently, I started having scattered, very sad flashbacks. I haven't seen her in many years, but she's coming with her kids to a very important family event. Thinking about it makes me so angry. I don't say I hate her, but my feelings towards her are very, very strong. I don't think I owe her any greetings, yet I'm aware that I might need her help in the future. And though I really don't want that to happen, I can't avoid her at this event, and I also don't think I can fake how I feel. What do I do? You act the way you feel.
Yeah.
Don't greet her.
You don't need to, listen, you don't need to do all these things. You don't need to do too much. When they ask you, just go about your business. When they ask you why you're not talking to her, you could tell them.
Yes, if the family knows about it. I saw something that I was reminded about, and something I feel quite strongly about. Bad behavior happens like individually, but is either corrected or absorbed by community. So if I have a friend that doesn't take care of his kids, and every time he's around me, we just don't talk about it, I'm validating his behavior. If the entire family knows that this auntie treated you badly, and it never occurred to any of them to be like, you never spoke to this girl, or you should call her. Maybe say that you are just harsh in your, like that. Maybe you are a hard aunt. There's some people that really worried so much about a child being spoiled that they overdid it. So they were very, very heavy-handed, especially if they came up in an environment that believed that the harder you are on a child, the better they'll be. So maybe she used to beat you a lot, or she had very harsh punishment. Maybe she was sadistic, or maybe she just thought, this child that's leaving me, before they'll say, because she's not my child, I spoiled her. This is how she treated you. But if everybody knew and nobody said, this thing you're doing is not good, and at no point did she come and say, Ama Binu, don't be upset or don't be angry. I know that there were sometimes I was really, really hard on you. Please don't be angry. I didn't mean any harm, or I know how I treated you was bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You don't owe, this imaginary, like I might need her in future.
Okay, you might need anybody.
If you need her in future, does it remove how she treated you?
Yeah.
Or more importantly, consider this stupid excuse I even just made for her. Does she treat her own children like that? Is she harsh with her own children?
All these things, honestly, this is somebody that was awful to you. You don't owe them that much. I have to be honest. In the context of the family gathering, the only thing you owe them is not to outrightly insult them in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that, you need to just go about your business.
And if anybody says, why don't you
them
greet
expecting
auntie?
you to be overly nice to her, knowing them to they are not serious. And that would be a good opportunity to say, well, if you really want to know, it's because she treated me like shit.
Really
I promise
badly.
you, everybody's going to just keep quiet.
100%. It's just we don't shame badly behaved adults.
We don't shame them enough, and we need to. And I think once you start shaming this lady, then you start seeing that even them too, they are shy.
Quick question. It might be, okay, this is even a bit more complex. Let's say you have a friend that is very, very impatient. So she's really impatient with her children. She yells a lot. She I'm trying to think, maybe not beats, but like, smart.
But it's badly behaved with her children.
Smart, pinches, pulls ears. She doesn't have patience.
Yeah.
She's very short-tempered with them. Would you say something?
Yeah.
No, you're always...
I'm just like, listen, yeah. Because you sometimes you're doing something and you're so close to it that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I know that the person is the kind that like, ideally this is not how they would want to behave. I think I would. But the difference is that, especially with parenting, these are her kids.
Yeah.
So there is a way, I wouldn't come at it as trying to tell her what to do. These are her kids. And like, I'm very aware that, look, these are her kids and it's how she's raising them that she's going to raise them. Yep. But I will find a way to say that what I noticed too is that in this instance, this is what happened and this is how quickly you reacted, blah, blah, blah. Especially if like in our friendship or in just life in general, I can see her giving grace to other people and other situations. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're taking out all your frustrations on these children. And I don't think it's going to like end up being the kind of relationship you want. I feel like you know your friends and the kind of angles you can use to approach them. But I will also have to be prepared for that kind of thing to offend
the friend.
Offend the friend. And if it does, fair enough. I will apologize and keep it moving. But I will say something.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think things like that is very sensitive and there are very few people that will tell you.
I agree. I was just thinking about it in the context of being what it means to actually be community.
Yeah.
And how you have to have sometimes weird or uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
But so there are things that people are very touchy about. But I think that's the whole point of friendship. If you see someone being... Because I remember very recently, I told a friend that you're not patient with your mom at all. And then she explained, she was like, do you know, it's true, but this is why. And then she's like, but do you really think? I said, yeah, that it just seems like you have no patience for the babe. Like you're constantly like very irritable. And even with small things, and she then explained and she was like, she thinks she'll try and be better, but it's just really frustrating because XYZ. And because it was her, I could say it in that way. That's the thing,
that I feel like there are people that is much easier to be like, haba.
Yeah, but I think the difficult part of community, because everybody likes it to be smooth, is talking to your friends about things that don't affect you, but reflect badly on their own character. Yeah. So if you have friends, and it's just a question that I wonder, like, just in general. So would you find it easy? Would you, and the word is criticize, would you criticize your friend's parenting or your friends' how they behave with their own close family member? So if Fekemi saw that I was dating someone and she's just like, man, Jola, you're not nice to this person at all. Like in a lot of contexts, you talk to him anyhow, you're mean, you are a bit disparaging, you're a bit cruel in public, or with parents or with children, or even with staff. So if somebody, I'll talk about the Nigerian context, and I want you guys to clip this. If you saw your friend hit their domestic worker, would you say so? No, everybody's saying
bro, I'm standing as in immediately.
You're saying but the reason I'm asking this question is abuse is very common in Nigeria.
It is. And not just even physical abuse, even verbal.
Yeah.
But all the time, when I see people talking to people that work for them anyhow, I'm like, listen, I don't understand what's happening here. Even there's a way you start shouting at somebody that I'm like...
It's very uncomfortable.
I wait for them to leave and I'm like, sorry, when did this start?
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. But I was just asking in general because the idea of speaking honestly about how somebody runs their personal affairs is so sensitive.
It's very sensitive because like, I will 100% acknowledge and agree that it's not my business. I think that's if that's your response, I'm like, you're right. But at the end of the day, this is not how you want to behave. And it's somehow. So, number one, I think you first of all know who is going to accept it easier. But there's a way things are that I think if we're actually friends, I'm not sure I can just carry on without saying, especially if it's something that I'm like, sorry, what's really going on here? This is bad. Like what you're doing is not, there are things that are like, this is a choice. So, I have friends who I'm like, I think you're very strict, but no problem. But again, it's with things that ultimately I'm not sure they have all the consequences in the world. And it's always things like, oh, you know, some of their children have such limited maybe screen time, or they don't have phone. So I don't say anything because I'm like, this is a choice and nothing's going to happen to your child as a result of like this niche decision that you made. But if it's just a fundamental thing of, come, you're mean to this girl, or like you're mean to this boy, or why are you shouting at your staff constantly? I will say something because it's wrong. That's even it's wrong. It's wrong when it boils down to it. But I think in all these situations, what people fail to really do is you have to understand that because it's sensitive, it might not go well. Yeah. And if you're not prepared for it not to go well, then you're not really ready for.
I have a like random theory. I think over time we have decided that. How do I phrase this carefully? In friendships, in close personal relationships, it's become more and more difficult to be honest with your friends in an uncomfortable way. And I think that has like spilled over into like bigger things with corporate and social governance. So because people don't, in personal and private relationships, we want to avoid conflict. We're not used to speaking up when it's uncomfortable. And it's made it easier for like semi-fascism to happen in governments and corporate spaces. So for instance, and I'm linking this to something that's very far out. I'll use a like Western example. Like with the Jimmy Kimmel thing, for instance. So basically, ABC is trying to get a deal done, and that includes the NFL, and the governing body can scatter the deal. And the person who's in charge of that governing body is, I think, conservative and partial to Trump. So Trump is able to allegedly use his weight to bully corporations at the moment. Now, earlier this year and last year, a few things have happened where it seems like the government has used their power to bully. So if they had gone to court, the government would have lost. Yeah. But it would have probably caused friction. And because because big corporations are all about profits, they just thought it wasn't worth the ag and it's not that much money to them, or so just settle the lawsuits. But what that has meant is slowly over time, we've gotten to the point where Jimmy Kimmel in essence made fun of President Trump, and now he's been yanked off air. Yeah. And that it is now that a lot of the public is really upset. So people have been yanking their Disney subscriptions, their Hulu subscriptions. Like, it's become a really big thing. People are canceling their events at Disney cruises. It's become a really, really big thing. And I was thinking about, like, how do you get to this point? It's by creating atmospheres in small spaces where people are not used to hearing feedback. So for instance, if in your family you grew up where you can't say or tell your parents, I don't like that thing you did. You get into the workspace and you see authority where if your office is being run in a weird way, you can't give what is in essence negative feedback. So it kind of like just grows. And I think in the last 20 odd years, there's become this really weird thing where everybody is an individual on their own. And if you don't like what somebody is doing, or you think something that someone is doing is wrong, you have to accept that people are super different and it's not your place to say certain things. And it's just sort of like blown up. So if I can't say to Fekemi, I don't know, I think the way you treat your staff is somehow, or your daughter can't come and say something and you just slap her like that. That's not okay. What are the odds that I'm going to be able to push back on other things in other spaces? It's a bit out there, but it's something I genuinely think so.
I think you're absolutely right. And I think that, there's even this thing where there's so many topics that we've all agreed friendship-wise. They're like, it's not my business. Especially guys who say that, look, listen, I'm not his daddy. And I'm like, okay, but you guys were friends. So what does it really mean if, like, in major things, you're close friends or not random acquaintances in all this situation? I'm not talking about people that don't have any kind of relationship to talk to you. I'm like, if I can't talk to my close friend about this because it's sensitive, then what is really the essence of the close friendship that we have? Like, is it just for, what is it for? So I don't know. I agree completely that this is kind of how society devolves, because you're not saying anything until it becomes too big and too really grand, where now you're pushed to have to say so, to do something.
Or you can't.
Yeah.
Or you've gone to the point where you just actually can't. I can't count the number of times I met a politician in 2022. Yes, 2022. And I said something. And the first thing he asked me was, are you opposition? And I said, no. And and this was like a very calm, you guys are looking shocked, but it was a very like calm conversation.
They send you here to me.
No, genuinely, he was just like, and I said, when last did you get pushback on anything? And he first laughed. He now said he can't lie. He doesn't really get a lot of, but to be fair, he has great ideas. And I said, sure you do, but you're not being told the truth about a lot of things because it doesn't benefit people to tell you the truth, because they'll be locked out of, they will lose access. And our patronage system here means when people lose access, they lose everything. We don't have a great economy. If I have access to like someone that has a lot of power, I want to maintain and keep it for as long as possible. So what does it benefit me to tell you the truth? And that was just one person, but I just thought of it on a large scale. I've said it here many times. My dad is a pastor and he's a boss. He constantly is very surprised when we give him like honest feedback about something. And it can be as simple as, oh, I don't like that outfit. Like, but many people said it's nice. I said, Daddy, you pay their salary. Of course it's nice.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, bro? Of course it's nice. They're pastor. They revere you in a certain way. They're not going to give you feedback. So societally, when you do that it's even with celebrities. I remember when I wasn't a fan of like for lack of a better word, Wendy Williams era.
Yeah.
Where she was really, really mean and she was a bully. She used to bully people. But I've realized that more and more under the blanket of hate, like, oh, these people are haters and like stans are not a real thing, where you have like a kingdom of fans that can actively create a reality for you. A feedback loop is really, really difficult for anybody that has any form of popularity. Like even if we wanted to be insulated from feedback, we can design it and build it in a way that
nobody
it just doesn't happen. Debbie won't be able. Debbie will want to tell us things and just say it's not worth the ag, or like people just won't be able to give us feedback. We'll block certain words on socials and we just won't see.
To be honest, I've come to the conclusion, you need some people like Wendy Williams. Let me not lie. Let me not lie. In the society we are in, people need to be saying things. It's not every time that everybody's always agreeing with you. Sometimes I'm like, maybe she would have said this thing.
Or also like some of the ways of like under the guise. I know how people will abuse language to you abuse language to avoid criticism. So you say it's not constructive. Bro, you beat women.
Like there's nothing constructive. There's no feedback I'm gonna give you that's gonna be constructive.
This album is lazy and bad. It is lazy.
My feedback is not constructive. You did not try. Like I know what you can do. You didn't do it, and like you need to free it. So I was having a conversation with someone this weekend who asked me about a situation that happened with their boss, and I started, as the conversation was going on the phone, I started to feel somehow. I said, because I'm on the boss's side. You know, your friend is telling you something. Can you imagine that my boss did this? Like, but to be fair, it wasn't like that. It was a case of, you know what do you think? Because apparently in their team, there was like a divide on, I think this is fair enough, and I think this is not fair. And they were basically saying that the boss had assigned them something to do. They did it, and they had sent it to the boss. It was a very important thing. But then they were also in the middle of something very big in the company. And so the boss was very, very busy. And they knew with this thing. So basically they didn't push for like the boss to approve it, and the thing passed and they didn't get to do it. And so the boss was like, it's for you to push like so that you get it all the way through. But it's like, but I sent it to you and like you didn't see it, you were busy. And the boss was like, I don't understand. Which one is that? For something that's actually important, especially when I'm not busy on vacation, like you understand that there is another thing that's also time that I need to do. It is your job to push it through. And they sort of felt like I did my job and I sent it to you. And I was like, let me not lie. Me, I'm very much on your boss's side though, because my question was, what would it have cost you to push this thing through? Like you knew that this was very important. And I was like, the problem you have is you are in a self-righteous position where it's like, I did it, but ultimately was the thing
you
done?
didn't.
You didn't do the thing now.
The thing you're supposed to do.
I was like, you did the work, sure, but you didn't actually get it done. And that was your thing. And I was like, why are we behaving like this is not real life now? You can see that your boss, everybody could see that, like, your boss was busy on something that all of you knew was happening. It's not as if they were playing somewhere. And my point in all this is that as I finished talking, my friend said, do you know the funny thing? Outside of like people in my work, I've said this story 3 times now. You're the first person that said that I was wrong.
Huh.
And they were just like, honestly, they don't even think that people necessarily thought they were wrong or not. They think most people were just like, oh, Ma, which one is this with your problem? Whoa! What did you say you wanted to do? You are right. But you are correct. Anything you did, he said you've been talking for the last 20 minutes now. That me, I even said that they should apologize to the boss. That like, you cost the company like a thing because of which one is all this behavior? You say you sent an email. And I just think that it's in small things like this where nobody's telling you, because that one would have gone around thinking, oh, this is right. And I was like, please, this is real life. Like, do you want the company to crumble? What are you talking about? Like, you didn't do the right thing. What you did was very lazy. It's somehow. And I was like, I understand your boss being like, sorry, do you hate us? You know, because what would it have cost you to be like, we need to sign this thing like today, like we need to push it through.
Yeah.
I need, as in knock on the door and
exactly.
And it was a case of, I called once, I emailed once, and I just thought, guy, how you two, you know how things are now. And I was now saying that it's because it's work. If it was something you wanted for yourself, I would have gotten it done. Yeah, that you would have called 10, 20 times. You'd have gotten it done. And it was just funny in that interaction because I considered not saying anything. Because I was like, ultimately, how does this concern me?
Yeah, no, but it's important. I think there are things that people will hear. And the reason why this sort of like feedback loop from friends is very important is because there are things your friends will hear from you and not hear from anybody else, including parents, including family. There are things that Leila has said to me like, oh, Jola, this thing could die. If my mom had said it, I would only I won't answer. Offense. I'll get angry, right? But there are things that my friends can say to me, or there are things that friends, a partner will say to me that I will hear. And if they don't say it,
I can't hear it in any other context.
I can't hear it in any other context.
Friends are like, okay, but this thing is somehow, and you know. And I'm like, Kai, if you're saying it, that means it's really, really somehow.
Yeah. This is really important because 2 years ago, something had happened with a friend of mine. And I had an inkling, but I didn't really know the details. So one day we were in her house and she said, she mentioned something. She was like, yeah, I've been going through it. I said, do you want to talk about it? And what she said stuck with me. She said, I don't know if I want to have this conversation because I've been able to avoid, she had been able to avoid a certain amount of like, not accountability, but she's been able to avoid feeling a certain way. But she knows if I hear it and I see what she thinks I'm going to say, she's going to be really disappointed. She's going to be even more disappointed in herself. I was like, okay, so let's talk about it. And she told me, and she was like, what do you think? I was like, let me know, like, you really fucked up. And she burst into tears. She was like, do you know how many people have been able to firm this thing? Like, she's been able to be like, no, but there's this angle, there's this thing. But if I said, guy, you really fucked up, then she knows that, truly, I could have chested it or I could have argued it with other people. But if this friend of mine who genuinely has my back says you are in the wrong in a big way than I was, and she's like, what do you think I should do? Like, is there a way to rectify? I said, I don't know about rectify you, but there's a way to try and make like amends. And it really stuck with me because it's true. It made me think of there are things I don't want to tell my friends because if I tell them and they correct me,
you feel somehow.
If I feel away.
You feel
or
somehow.
Even more, if my friends say something about my behavior, I genuinely think about it because I know they hold me in high regard and they love me. So if this thing is actually genuinely distasteful to them who are partial to me, then
yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? And the reason I asked about the children thing is I have very interesting thoughts on child raising, considering the fact that I have 0 offspring. Okay? 0. But I always think of it this way. There's a closeness you have with friends that means if my child goes to Feyikemi's house and comes back and says, Auntie Feyikemi smacked me, I'm going to say that means you are a big fool.
You do. What did you? My first, honestly, again, I don't have any children, but my first question is going to be,
what did you do? Come here. What did you do? You went there to disgrace me.
Because friends have left their children in me, and when they collect them, what did they do?
You know,
one of my friends, she was just like, please, I hope that this girl did not disgrace. I said, no, she's perfect. Please, just tell
me the truth.
Say if she has any, and just she was just like, I hope she was well behaved. I said, please, if she wasn't, I would have yarned you. I promise you.
So I grew up like that. My parents had a few friends who could smack me.
They could, and not everybody. When my mommy comes, she would join them. To my surprise, there was never a time when I said, no, Auntie did this, and she was like, why did you do that? She said, yes. And I'm like, bro, have my back.
No, so I think it's really important because what I'm trying to get to is that those friends that I'm close enough to have to be able to say, like, we're in a different world now, like where people don't like touch other people's children or whatever. And my thinking around this is it would be very weird to me if my friend sees something wrong with the way I'm raising my kid and don't say anything.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
or like if you feel your child is behaving in a certain way that you're like, when did this come from?
Meanwhile, they are raising their own child in a better way, so that my own will now be the community miscreant. And I think about it that way.
You'll be the fool that low key, every time they say, they want to go to Kenny's house, you're like...
They're like, no, all my friends will now start telling their friends, is it because Kenny is doing like that? Don't do like, So my own child is a child that they're using as a negative example.
You bring up somebody and then your parents are like, you're not them.
Yeah.
You're not them. However they want to do in their house is how they do. And you're thinking,
but we're all friends.
So it's my own house that will be whatever they want to do in their house, they should do it. Hey! Please, my child must be the one they say, does this one have two heads? Yes.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. So if I'm cruel to my children, or you just think that because I'm too soft...
I've never actually had that situation in like an extensive manner, because generally every time that I have hung out with my friends' children or anything like that, that something bad is happening, most of the time their parents already warned me ahead of time that, by the way, this is what this one does. This is the character that this one has, that once he starts doing this, don't answer him. Do not answer him. And so for me, it has never been one where I'm like, I have noticed this thing. It's usually like, listen, this is how my child behaves. Okay?
Can we do it the other way around, where if it's like a parent? So I have a friend whose mom, I think, emotionally manipulates her.
Fair.
Like emotionally manipulates, bullies her a bit. And I've wanted to say something for a while. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Why I've thought it a lot. I've thought that
the truth is that I've told one of my friends that it wasn't even her parents that like kind of extended. I was like, the pressure your extended family puts on you, I think it's insane. And I think you need to, your nuclear family, I get, but the way basically their family structure is almost one where obviously you are close to your extended family, but like the reach her extended family has in her, she's now married with a child in her new family. Her auntie can, in the same way her mom will say, I need you guys to come, but her auntie, her mom's cousin will just come. And I'm just like, who is this one again? And so there's, in them family, then there are zero boundaries. And I'm just like, sis, one day she was complaining and I said, let me tell you the truth. Now we are grown. You're somebody's mommy now. They can't actually be doing it like this. That's like, the truth is that at some point you need to say, your mom, your dad, your siblings, whatever. I even understand there is an allowance that you give to your immediate family in terms of what they can access from you. My mom was like, it's always one random auntie that you haven't spoken to in 2 years. Who the hell is she?
Guy.
Why is with this uncle, all of a sudden you're picking up this uncle's son from the airport? Which one is that? They don't know Avuba. And I'm just like, and it's never even in like a nice way of, please.
Very demanding.
It's always, can you called? I need you to. And I'm like, what? They don't even know who you are. And so I said it and she was just laughing because she's like, it's only her husband that tells her this thing. And obviously him is biased because he's like, can they leave us alone? that nobody else, everyone else is just like, whatever. But I was like, I'm sorry, I don't think it's normal that your aunties and uncles have this direct access to be. And when you don't do it, your parents are annoyed. And I'm just like, hey, yeah, who are they? You, who are you to me? No, I don't know. I don't know any of who. I'm just like, what is all this thing that they're doing? And it's really inconvenient. Like, it'll be really, and I'm just thinking, what? The number of people that have stayed in her house, you actually cannot believe it. Her guest room is always full of somebody's cousin, somebody's auntie's son. And I'm like, babe, who are you always housing and feeding? Who are these people?
I'm even disgusted as you're saying.
No, and I told her, I was like, look, do you know that if you don't put your foot down now, forever, your house is just going to be a hotel for the most. I'm like, why didn't they put them in your parents' house? You notice that they don't stay there. I said, one thing you notice is that your parents do not house any of these people.
It's you. Actually, sorry, please, before we go further, I have two things. The first thing is I went to watch My Father's Shadow. You guys, that film is so beautiful. Yes, I know that they came here. So, ideally, you've noticed that sometimes some people have come here, we did not say anything after.
So, it's not every time.
It's not every time. Some people will come, we will say, wow, a film. There was an effort made.
This is a lovely one.
But it's so, so good. I really, really want to encourage people to go and see it.
Yeah. And it's not in cinema for that long.
It's not in cinema for super long. So please go and see it. If you can wrangle, like, if any of your parents, uncles, aunties, older cousins were cognizant, and by cognizant I mean like old enough to be like disappointed or have feelings around June 12th, it'll be really interesting to see it with them. So I'm forcing my mom, my dad, my dad's brother and his wife to go and see it together because so it's about fathers and sons and then brothers. So obviously my dad and his brother, I want to see what that I want, because they are old. Like my dad is the older brother. I want to see what they think about it. But also June 12 was a very big heartbreak for my dad. Like it was a canon moment for him. It was a very, very big heartbreak for their generation in general. I think I was about 1. So it was a big, big heartbreak for a lot of them. I really want to know what they think about the film, but particularly around like father. There are things that happen in the film, and Wale alluded to them, but I think that there's a tenderness about Nigerian parenting and Nigerian fatherhood that I think is really, really interesting. I want people to see it. And it's a really beautiful film. It's very, very well done. My favorite, everybody did really well, but there's something that I noticed. So there's an actress called Winnie Fon, and she's in the film. You guys, they're actors and they're actors. Winnie doesn't say one word. She doesn't say a word in the entire film. I could not keep my eyes off her. She doesn't say a word.
That's crazy.
The acting levels to me, I was just like, wow, this is an actress. She doesn't say pim. When I say pim, she doesn't even say nothing. She doesn't say a word in the film. She doesn't exclaim nothing, but she emotes incredibly well. And I just thought, I sent her a long DM. I'm sure she was just like, huh?
Who the hell? You know, you receive things and you're like, you
I sent her a DM being like, hey girl, don't know you, but I saw and I do that with anything. If I like the score,
I can't lie. A lot of things that I think are really cool, I message people.
Yeah, if I like the score.
And it's never anything major. I message people randomly on Instagram that I'm like, hope you know that this thing you're doing is really cool. Wonderful. You know, keep it up. All the best.
It means a lot. And she replied and she was really gracious. But if you can, please, please, please. I know cinemas are expensive now. Like it's a whole thing. It's not like what it was before.
I'm about to say I'm going to see it today if you want to come, but this comes out on Wednesday.
No, Wednesday. I'm sorry.
So if you're clairvoyant, you see me there.
The cinematography is beautiful. And this is an aside, but it's so crazy to me how attractive the 3 producers are.
Okay.
Wale, Akinola, and Fumbi.
So I didn't want to say it on the episode,
good looking.
But 2 key questions that I really wanted to ask them, and I think actually I might message them is, so how come they didn't bring Akinola and Shokwe for me?
Shokwe is busy. Shokwe is not in the country. Akinola landed the day after we did the episode.
So my 2 questions were, why didn't we talk more about them as people? Their personal lives, their relationship status. so on and so forth.
Akinola and Wale are so good looking. They are brothers, but Funbi is also such a beautiful woman.
Like everybody's so fine in the whole movie.
So
even
Fatherland,
everybody, like when you see them standing, I saw that can picture. I just thought that part of the reason they won because nobody can find anybody here that doesn't look good. The whole film plus the children, everybody just dressed up, stunning.
I also want to congratulate them on something that I think is important. In the age of social media, and everybody's trying to think of numbers and how you can rack up numbers with a film, there's a thing where when people are making films, because we don't have very many resources and you want as many people as possible to see it, you want to get like as many people with a fan base as possible. So something that has been lost in Nigerian storytelling, particularly in filmmaking, is introducing XYZ. And what I mean by that is where people go and look for new faces and new names and you introduce them to the world. So the boys had never acted before. They're brothers and they did a really, really good job. They were very good actors. And there were names I hadn't seen in a while and new names. I just thought it was such a good film. My friend and I watched it. We had from the film, we talked about like parenting and a ton of stuff. And then we were going to see a friend of ours whose dad had just passed. And we had like very interesting conversations about fatherhood. And I was like, see, this is a film. Yeah. You watch a film and it makes you think and you're having crazy conversations. I'm
supposed to go and see my brother. I'm rethinking things.
No, go. I'm so curious as to what Dekule thinks. I think he will feel somehow.
Yeah, I'm always because
Dekule doesn't admit to any strong emotion. He just said, man, I was feeling somehow. So I can guarantee that Dekule is going to come out of him and say, man, that was somehow. The second thing, please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who is doing HMO?
Oh, you don't have HMO?
I'm looking for HMO for a new member of staff.
I don't know if I should say it's who I use, but off camera.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the general public. Please, can you cut this part out? I'm being serious.
No, as in, I use the same HMO as my staff.
Yes.
We all have the same HMO.
So you can tell me. Yeah. But I actually want to find out what HMO people are using. Yeah.
No, so the reason that I was like, this thing has to work is because I was like, I'm on the same plan as them. I didn't do, they said they'll give me, I said, don't give me executive plan. No. Let me see the rubbish that is happening inside this normal plan. Yeah. When I went to the hospital that I was sick and that HMO did not cover a damn thing. Stop. As in this last week, it didn't cover anything I did. There was one blood test to cover. I said, a bad job because my staff have job every small thing. Oh, they are going to, and I said, don't you have health insurance? They said, oh, madam.
Yeah. Because
one of my staff was ill. They said they were buying blood tonic. I said, there's no way you called the number on the HMO.
And they said you should buy blood tonic.
They said the HMO. And when they called them, they always saying, also, that's when I realized that, no. Like the last one, we really, really fucked up.
Because I'm asking because one of the options I was given was the Lagos State has like a health insurance scheme.
Really?
Yeah, it's 15K.
That's more expensive than the one I am.
Yeah, it's 15K per year.
Per year, sorry.
Per annum, not per month.
I thought you meant per month. I was like, that's more expensive.
I was asking because I know someone that worked on the thing and I was asking about it. And so that's why I brought this flyer. This pamphlet. I got this pamphlet. You guys, I want you to know that. So this is individual, 15K. Semi-annual, 8K. Quarterly, 4,125 naira per person. Family of 4, annual, 55K. Semi-annual, 29 to 250. Quarterly, 15K. Family of 6, annual, 80K. Semi-annual, 42,500. Quarterly, 22K. I was like, do you know what? Interesting. What does it cover? Please open your ears. No, don't laugh because I don't know. Okay, you are laughing now. I don't know if you still be laughing. Registration. General consultation. 4 specialist consultation visits. 5 physio sessions. Treatment of common ailments like fake MSS, sleeping sickness. Treatment of childhood illnesses.
What just happened now?
Immunization for children under 5. Family planning. And some of you need it because I'm saying family of 6.
Why? I wanted to say family of 6 is still there.
Family planning.
2025.
Ladies, family planning. Child welfare, hospital care and admission for up to 15 days in a year. Pharmaceutical care, blood transfusion, chronic diseases, please expatiate. Lagos State, please expatiate. Which chronic?
No, even, sorry, where they need to really expatiate is that general ailments. Because now where problem starts.
HIV/AIDS/tuberculosis services, lab investigations, radiology investigations, ultrasound tests, antenatal care and delivery up to cesarean section, principal or spouse only, terms and conditions apply, dental care, eye care, 10K limit for lens and frames, cataract surgery.
That means based on where I buy contacts, you can't see.
You can't see.
You can't see.
No, but this is like Lagos State Hospital and General Hospital.
No, they can't see.
Lagos cataract surgery, surgeries again, expatiates. Which surgeries? Emergency care, annual wellness screenings at designated centers for the principal and their spouse, renal dialysis with terms and conditions and other benefits. So I think that's really, really good.
Okay.
But I want to find out.
Let me tell you, there's a lot written. And again, I say this as someone who has an HMO where there's even more than that written there. It is when you get there that the fine
So that's why I'm asking.
Becoming crazy because I'm like, you said general ailments. All of a sudden,
What's
you
ailments?
said my own is a specialist.
It's a specialist ailment. So that's why I'm asking, what HMO do people, because I need to sort it out by the end of the month.
But my stomach is part of the general stuff.
End dish of the month.
Yeah, I said my stomach is a general thing.
No, but your stomach is specialist.
My stomach is a special
No, your own is
one.
specialist.
I don't have stomach pain. I said I have stomach pain. So these are the issues. Dental care now, meaning what?
Scaling and polishing.
Okay, so if I have problem.
So they might, no, actually wrong.
What is dental care?
Because I've been to Luth to go to the dentist and they do like, they don't do cosmetic dentistry. So they will do fillings. They will do, what's it called? Crowns. No, not crowns. They do fillings. They'll do root canal. They'll do removal. But they won't do crowns. They won't do implants. They won't do whitening. They won't do, and the fillings might still be no, they're not amalgam anymore. It's now white. But they don't do anything like specialist, but they do like the basic dental care.
Fine. So anyway, I think
but please, what HMO, like, so this, to me, this sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
Considering what it's for. Theoretically, it sounds great. But please, Nigerians, Lagosians in particular, what HMO are you using? How much is it and what do you get out of it? Because I need to sort some stuff out for my staff.
You know, I love
myself.
I love like sometimes when I don't exist in like core reality because so as this HMO thing was going, I thought to myself, I just have to get Bupa Global.
Bupa?
Have you checked that thing?
Bupa is for execs. Real one, not me and you.
Not the captain of industry.
No, not captain of industry that we say with it. Do you know why I'm laughing at? Bupa, I think that's what my dad has.
Let me tell you something. That
Bupa
thing,
Global Eloni, how much is it now?
My mom and husband that thing is crazy. I can't buy it.
No, you can't.
It's the kind of thing it sounds somehow to say, if I buy Bupa Global, I must be sick.
You must have a reason to go to the hospital.
I must be sick. Because I have to use it.
There's some things I want to sort out. Personally, this is another random note. But I was thinking about some things I want to sort out and I haven't done it. I need to get on my like life insurance.
Yeah.
I wanted to start doing life. But all this information is so hard to find. It's so annoying. It's so difficult to find stuff here.
It's also hard to compare.
Yes. That's what I'm asking. Please, you guys, I want
like how I think it was a bit easier. Well, maybe actually to be fair, this thing that I'm saying, I actually on this particular part, I haven't checked. So please correct me if I'm wrong. But like, I find in England, it's a bit easier with all these things because there's all these comparison websites.
Compare the markets.
And they're not just like, there's static comparison websites that someone has just programmed. Just take all of these websites, scrape them, put information. No, I mean the ones where someone has actually looked into it and you're getting an opinionated comparison rather than like just a robotic Kenny. And I just don't find that enough here where, so for example, this thing of you want, let's even say high level HMO. Who is comparing all the plans? You then have to go around to each person, get the plan, read the fine print, and then it's long.
So get it and give to one unfortunate assistant.
Yeah, and then even also my biggest thing is not even that. It's even finding out, okay, but in practice,
what does that look like?
Who works better?
Yeah.
So like when people are actually ill and they call, who is quick to reimburse? Because a lot of these things, when you get to the hospital, depending on where you are, it might not be a hospital that is like immediately signed on to the thing. But a lot of them have this thing where you can then take the receipts and then they'll still reimburse depending on the type of care you have. For some of those things, I've seen it take 3 weeks, a month. And I'm like, This is crazy now.
And it's like, it seems like the plan of the insurance company is to try and frustrate you.
Exactly,
And that's not what
so that you will not get the reimbursements. And I'm like, but the whole point is for the medical care to not become a burden to you. But if it's taking a month and you have to wait till your next salary to be able to sort it out, then it is a burden. And as you know, many Nigerian hospitals, they don't move until you pay.
It's really important to me, guys. Please, what health insurance are you using? Does anybody know anything about life insurance that actually works here? And what other thing did I want to ask about? The car insurance I had was very good though. I'm not going to advertise for them, but the car insurance I had was surprisingly excellent.
I need to get insurance just for my stuff.
Like house, home?
No, please. I mean, like my phone, things, phone, jewelry, all these things that if I lose, I'll be very annoyed.
Yeah. So I'm asking now, please.
Yes. You know what I'm thinking about lately?
Oh, God.
No, please. This is a good thing.
Oh, God.
High level. We've talked about this before, but I was listening to something about it again recently. High level hobbies. Like, so I was watching somebody who does woodwork.
No, I'm not interested.
I'm not saying that you should be interested, Jola. I'm just saying that
I did intro tech and...
Oh God, this person is carving like really intricate, like just so stunning
intro
things.
tech plus.
What I'm saying is that I don't have any high level hobby.
My sister, you don't have any high level anything.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have hobby. I don't have what I do. It's not hanging out with you people.
You do.
Like what?
I don't know. You do.
How can you say you do so convincingly? Okay, name it.
It's not PG.
Oh, well, that can be classed as a hobby. Sure.
You have
anyway, what I'm just saying is that I don't. And I just think that in life, it's nice to have something you do that is just like for the enjoyment of the thing. And you just become kind of better and better in the thing. I don't draw. I don't knit.
What? Fakem, you guys,
I don't.
I should Fakem is actually a really good painter.
I'm not joking.
Every
time I do paints and sip things, I'm like, I should probably try and start doing it.
She's a really good painter.
No, I wouldn't even do it commercially.
No,
but I just think actually I should probably like just get something in the house and just be
paint.
Just so an hour or two, you just, I just think that it's very important to have like a release that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
It's just like a niche interest.
Really good
like
painter.
There's some people that are into gardening or I don't have any.
Yeah, my mom loves gardening.
I don't have any interest in anything. I don't want to do gardening. I don't want to do woodwork. I considered woodwork.
I think painting should be your thing because you're actually very good at it.
I might enjoy it. I considered woodwork. I think that's cool.
Whoever is toasting
so you don't want me to make a table for you?
The thing is that you're not going to enjoy it in the way you should because it's Lagos. So it's loud and noisy and hot. No. You won't enjoy it. I said that I think painting
a little better.
I think painting.
I can do it inside this.
There's a time I tried to get into knitting and I got so frustrated because I realized that I was doing it because I thought I should be doing knitting, not because I personally enjoyed it. Yeah,
people have so many just random
do you know the hobby I want to I've chosen it as a hobby because I actually want to get into it. Cooking. Because I don't want to cook for sustenance for others. I want to choose things I like and cook. Because I really enjoy, when I lived alone in Manchester, I really enjoyed it. Like I would cook by myself for myself. When I wanted, I would get recipe books and be like, oh, it's ducting. Whatever they did inside is not what will come out. But I didn't mind because I was doing it because I really enjoyed it. But just the idea of you have to, and it is sustenance, and it is the job of a woman, yeah, man, I don't want.
Yeah, so I don't enjoy cooking at all. So that can never be my jam.
But I think there are other
things. And I just think that like Nigerians, we don't have
time and space.
Our lifestyle, like Lagos does not give you room.
It's not just
for frivolity, like for just.
It's not.
And I'm not talking about side hustle.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a thing people have. People have side hustle. Like a lot of people are doing bidding or whatever as side hustle. I'm not talking about bag making for selling. I'm talking about a hobby. As in a hobby being you put time and effort into it for your personal enjoyment of it and the community of the thing. Not that you are into sales. Like if it becomes that, congratulations to you, but it's how, what's his name? Seth with the pottery, the actor. I found that so cool. I was just like, this guy is just making all these vases in his house. just cooling off every week.
There's somebody that I follow on
socials.
People
that just have like what's the pottery one is cool.
Salman started making pottery and she's very good and it's purely like
that's enjoyment. What I'm saying. I love it because I'm like it's just something to have and you gift them or whatever the case is. But the thing is, I want to have like a niche thing. But I don't want it to be mainstream.
That's the problem. So you're not thinking about it as an actual hobby.
I am.
You're doing it to prove a point.
No, I'm not proving any point.
That you're special.
I am special.
Okay, you see.
I'm not proving any point because I'm already special before now.
Okay. So why doesn't you doing the hobby that you like, even though it's general, make it special?
Because I want, but is there like a special painting? Like maybe I paint on like newspaper.
Fekemi, you're not ready to be happy.
Or like jeans.
You're not ready to be happy.
Yes.
Let me not lie to you.
I paint on jeans.
You're not ready to be happy.
Jeans. That's my canvas.
You're not ready to be happy, don't worry.
I'm ready for happiness.
No, don't worry.
Or I go into metal work.
You can say that nobody's even taking you seriously. Are you not ashamed?
Just imagine me doing welding. No, so that's too involved. But I think that pottery, I've tried it just for all these pottery classes. And I'm just not, I don't get it.
It's not your thing. You don't like it.
It's not my thing. Like I'm not that good at it. I don't like it. So I don't get ideas or whatever. And people do it and it's really pretty and stuff, but I'm not into it. You know what I wish we had? I promise you, I'm actually not joking.
What?
Glass blowing.
Oh, that would be fun.
I watched that glass blowing show on Netflix. It looks so fun. We don't have that.
No, we can't.
We don't have that, and
we would also burn ourselves so much.
Yeah, and it's not something you can do like on your own without a place that is offering that, because why would you have that kind of big oven beside our house? But that looks super, super fun and very interesting.
Glass blowing.
But unfortunately, I don't know. I have not checked, but I'm not sure. I don't know that we have access to that. So the drawing painting thing seems the most reasonable fun now. But I was thinking about hobbies and how we just, either our relaxing is like hanging out with friends, watching TV, but it's not, what's the word that the person was using? Is it tactile? It's not like...
You're not engaging your hands and brain at the same time.
In the sense that you can sink into the activity in a way where, on like watching TV, you're active in it. So that 30 minutes
everything is
1 hour, everything is just engaged in that, and you're in it, for the purpose of it. And I think that's very important for like
my mom was really into gardening, especially when we had a house that had like grounds.
I think things like that are like fun. She
still has.
They're lovely.
She still loves it, and there's like a big
I wish I was into gardening, but I don't have a green thumb.
There's a big gardening community in like Lagos as well. Like they really like their plants, and they are learning about what kind of like. So plants that actually flower but can grow in heat as well, because it's very specific, and which ones need like, you don't have to put them in like a hot house. They can just be outside and stuff like that.
Yeah, people are into plants. I think it's cool.
My mom's other hobby. My mom is obsessed. Like, I'm not joking. Working out is my mother's hobby.
No, you can tell she loves it.
It's not
like nobody is sending her there.
She's into it like mad. It's a hobby.
Like mad.
Divine and Bolly have been to the gym. She is her shit. Like, she is a hobby. It's so odd to me. Like when she wants to relax, like I'm just gonna hop on the treadmill. I'm like, girl. And my mom like lifts weights as like lifts, like she can bench her weight. It is very interesting stuff. So I think she's aiming for like 100 and something. I say you keep up with that, girl.
But I really think we need to like bring back hobby doing.
Yeah.
As a point of interest. So that is my contribution.
I just remember one TikTok I saw where a babe said that her hobby is snatching people's husband. She basically like, don't try me that for fun. She could take your husband.
Is everybody okay?
She said it was one, and it was so fun. She was just like, you can see me, oh, I'm on my own, oh, don't disturb me, oh, because for fun I dey thief husband. I dey snatch. I said, you know what? For many Nigerian women that live and die by husband, that's a valid threat.
Maybe I'll do this thing, basket weaving.
Me, I personally think you're super creative. You can do anything you want to do.
This basket weaving. What are you for?
Funny enough, do you know what you should start doing for a hobby? You should put your artistic skills. No, that will turn into to work.
What?
To design fabric.
Guy, I thought about that actually. Because my grandma would draw and like color her fabrics with color pencils down to the sequence. I watched her do this for years and years, man. It's a lot of fun. And then to see it like play out is really crazy. Maybe I'll give it a go. Who knows?
Do you know something that really like shocked me? So I was talking to my mom yesterday. She was asking, on Friday, she asked me a question. And so one of our friends, Angela, is around. And I met Angela during A-levels. So when I was 16. And she just goes, when was that again? I said, Mommy, do you know that was 17 years ago? She was so, because everything was super clear in our minds. And she was just like, time is so odd, because she sees us and sometimes she sees our faces the way we were when she met us. But time is it's such a compounding, it's a crazy thing. Crazy thing. I don't know. Sometimes when I think about it, I find it so amusing. Then other times I feel scared. Speaking of fear, we are approaching the last quarter of the year.
Guy, I don't like that. So let me not lie to you, because I had all these grand ideas.
And so I'm saying it because what tends to happen is people will wait till December or November.
Start now.
And there's some things that there's some quick wins that are going to help you stave off there's one nasty feeling that comes around like 15th of December when it's 2 weeks to the end of the year.
Like, I wasted this year.
And you're starting to feel like, shit, I didn't do. I'm actually being serious, because I thought about this last week. Why in September, like the end of September. So you have October, November, and then December. And there's some things that you can start on. You're not going to complete it, but it will make you feel so much better when you get, 2 months from now, you're going to not feel like shit. And I'm saying this from real experience. I'm going to repeat it again. We are getting to October, and some of you are going to wait till the last week of November and the first 2 weeks of December to start telling yourself you're a loser, you did not do anything, I'm such a big fool, what am I doing with my life? In fact, what is life? Kini. Oh my God, sorry, before I get back to this, the funniest thing happened. We have a friend, Chidera. Last year, so Chidera sometimes when she's moved to Lagos, but when she used to live in Abuja, when she comes, she would stay with me. And we both read, because she studied literature at university. So it's one of the things like we talk about books. So I said, Chidera, what are you reading? You guys, this girl brought out Socrates. So I was just like, at the time I said, okay. So she slept over at my house last week and we were just gisting or whatever. Keep in mind, this is how useless we are as adults. She came to my house to see me. The next thing, she slept over at my house for 2 days. I'm not joking, no. My mother was just looking at us that you people are so unserious. I said, as we don't have husband, we don't have children. What are we? Let's play now. She now said, Jola, you know that time I was reading Socrates? She said, you get as life was doing me. She was like, genuinely, life was just showing her pepper. She had to say, okay, so what is life?
What is the meaning? Why are we here?
It made me laugh so much, because Chidera is very Igbo. So she was like, my sister, I just have to say, okay, so what is life? It made me laugh, because it's true. It gets us how life go do you. Is it that Bible or?
No, you start. Let me tell you something. You start. You know when you start, there's a side of worship songs that once you as in when you open your phone, you start searching for certain songs. You know that things are going that you don't want to be hearing all these lights. All these lights, something, stars.
This calls for Shola listen.
They all you need hard.
Yeah, I think so. That made me laugh, but it just reminded me that we're getting towards like the last 3 months of the year. And
somehow
there are a few things you can do to start to make you feel you're not going to complete the big thing, but you're going to have made what will feel like significant progress. Good enough progress that you're going to get to that 17th of December, or when it's like 1 week till Christmas. And you know, Christmas to people, Nigerians, Christmas is end of the year, because we ain't doing nothing. From that 25th to 31st, nobody's doing anything. Guys, so please, whatever the big things are, break them down into the smallest version and start that smallest part. If not,
I need to tell you that obviously at the hospital, when I printed out my test, whatever, it said my age, but obviously the hospital has my exact age. So it was 32, 8 months, something. And I just thought, when do we use 8 months?
My dear, I have to tell you.
I said, this is crazy stuff. What are you people telling me?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, I'm approaching and I'm approaching it so quickly. So no, I'm not a fan of that. I feel like this year, but I say that every year now. It was on speed. It
gets faster and faster.
It just went. And I don't know how to slow it down.
Yeah. I have friends whose kids are going into, the ones that started early.
Yeah.
Their kids are going to secondary school or in secondary school. Yes, now 11. So I have friends that got married at 24, 23. Like their children are 10 years old and they are writing. One of my friends, I met her when she was pregnant. So how we became friends was she helped me organize my mom's 50th. And my mom is turning 60 next year. So her son's 10th birthday was last week. And when I met her, she was pregnant with that boy. And I thought, oh.
It's been 10 years.
I said, oh. And then I was asking her about her other boy. And she's like, oh yeah, he's in his final year of A-levels. I said, no. I said, no. I actually said no. That was my reaction. I just said, oh no. Like, no. That's no. She said, yeah, Jola, he is. And I just thought, oh, like time is slow and fast at the same time. So again, for those of you that are deaf, and I mean deaf in spirit, you don't like to hear what somebody says the same thing multiple times. We are getting to October.
Because
Q4. I know you, I said what I said, people. By the time we get to December, we'll start saying, I don't know what I'm doing. We'll ask for your problem. By problem, we mean my boyfriend wore my trouser, I thought. You start telling us, I just feel like something. The world, something has no end. How do I? Wait, please. Choose the smallest parts of your big goal and start working on it. So that when you get to December, you feel, okay, I've made progress in this way. So it feels like you're building on. Not that and don't do that stupid thing of saying, well, we're already in October, I'll wait till next year.
No, just start as in, trust me, we still have at least 3 months is clear.
Yeah.
You can do something.
You can definitely do something.
Like if you start something now for real, in 3 months you can actually you have progress.
But out of panic, there are some things you don't do out of panic. One, please don't propose.
Please, I'm begging you. Don't kneel down.
Don't say I've not achieved anything. Let me marry.
Don't propose.
Let's not do that.
Don't do that. Don't get
pregnant. I've not achieved anything.
I want to repeat it. Do not get pregnancy.
Don't do that.
It's not a solution to your current issue.
This is a very interesting economy. Don't quit your job. Don't say I'm just going to start afresh.
Don't start. The new year does not welcome anything.
Don't do that.
As you sleep, you still wake up.
Don't do that.
Don't welcome any stupid problem in your life.
The fourth thing, don't say don't do any. So don't make any drastic
purchase
on play. Any drastic purchase can also include a new human being. Don't just. I just need to change my life. Hey, Jola FINALLY said, change your life. Don't join.
Next thing you call that stupid, but that's
I can't remember how somebody came to tell us in New York that they broke off a relationship of 10 years.
Because of what we said.
Engagement.
I said, who said what? Who said what? Who said it? Who said it?
She said she had been in a relationship for 10 years and they were engaged. She took advice and broke off. I said,
who said it? Who was it?
Who ordered? I
said, personally, I wasn't even there.
Hey, I beg you.
I was like, girl.
I think his auntie and uncle were there. When you see the way their eyes opened.
They were like, you're taking advice from these
From who? These criminals.
When she said this, I just thought, so you people actually... Oh yeah, like you take the feedback. Wow, I thought we're all laughing.
I bumped someone in London and she was like, she just wants to tell me that we joke a lot, but inside our rubbish, there's so much useful stuff she has taken out. I said, yes, this is how I used to do with fried rice. I used to remove the prawns. The prawn, I'll remove
the prawns. Crazy.
I'll remove the prawn from the fried rice.
The peas. Peas are so useless.
I'll remove the prawn and eat the prawn and say I've eaten. So she said she got something useful. So that you guys are so funny and you said we shouldn't listen to you, but there's so many useful nuggets. I said yes, like the prawn in fried rice.
But to be fair, in fairness to the babe of 10 years, even the concept of dating someone for 10 years, I'm not
a big fan.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm not a big fan at all.
I'm not a big fan of this. If people don't know what they're doing by year 10, we all need to ask ourselves. Unless you started at 17, then fair. If you didn't start at 17 or 18, 10 years is ages.
Yeah. Unless you guys are like, we do partnership, we don't believe in.
This is all there is.
Marriage. Anyway. Why do you copy me? You copy me a lot.
Jola, you're always copying
me.
Even
this hair, this brown. I did not say anything when I saw it. I got to the salon. I saw for a chemist there. They were causing the effort. I did not say.
Okay, can you guys tell me why I was having my hair appointment? This girl entered the salon.
I just came to greet my friend.
Couldn't you have a different time?
I just said, let me go. I even thought I was surprising.
As I just entered, she said your second is coming.
As I was opening the door, I was like, no. I said,
as I just entered, she said, oh, by the way, your second is coming. I said, oh,
I thought it was. She didn't tell me.
This is a private moment.
She didn't tell me that Kemi was going to be in the salon. I was opening the door. I said, I know I cannot have rest, even in London. I can't rest.
You guys,
I can't have
this
peace.
girl is behaving like, you see the way Jola jumped on me yesterday, after not seeing me in like 5 business days. This is a stupid girl. Okay? She's pretending. Let me just tell you.
I said, this chocolate is like mine. This chocolate. When I got there, I said, I want a chocolate.
First of all, I didn't choose the color. As you know, Tracy chose the color for me.
Who gave her inspiration? It's not me.
Did she not do this hair for you? Oh, God. Listen, the copying is too much. Do you have these jeans?
Yes. But it's God that saved you. KLM. That's how they will see my team. Yesterday, there's one mesmerizing wears I wanted to wear. Where is this KLM? I was so annoyed. Even my skincare. My mom was like, see your skin. Come leave me alone. It's KLM. Caused it. All my real products are there. I'm using, if I show you people what I'm using.
Are you guys skincare stuff or something that I bought when I first did skincare consultation with Leila in 2022 or so, that she's just sent me one retinol thing that was 22K. Only for me to open one website, 165. Yes. I said Jesus.
Yes.
Out loud. Wait, is the skin so bad? Is the skin so bad?
There's a facial I want to do. When this business first started, so they closed up for a while and relaunched. So when they first started, the facial was 60-something K. You guys, I wanted to just do it because my skin needs a refresh.
Oh.
I wanted to do it. It is 225.
Okay.
Do you know what I said?
You will too refresh.
I said that December is when I will do it. No, I'm like dead. I actually told her. She said, oh, we'll do it for you for free. I said, no, the problem is that I have multiple things I want to do with you. So what I'll do is I'll pay for, there's one that's like 78K. So I'll do that one this month, September. I'll do, then that December when I really need to blind my enemies, I'll do that 228.
Bro, everything is just facial. I'm like, you can't, being a bad bitch is not.
Okay. When I said medium, you people are always laughing.
Don't be small.
When I say I'm medium,
I just want to know, most of us are not existing as bad bitches, so we don't have the funds.
We don't have the funds.
No, we don't have the funds.
There's one, see my hand.
We don't have the funds.
See my hand.
I want to tell you something, it's very expensive.
You see these slippers I'm wearing, I chose it because some of the toes are inside. So you will not see
dressed to the
you will not see what's happening.
To be dressed to the nines is tough. Oh.
You dress to the 4s and 5s.
I'm telling you, go for medium.
On a good day, 6.
Go for medium. It's better. Anything, all this body, medium.
There's one salad I love it. They said that, oh ma, we've done an upward review. I said, why don't you ever down it? Why don't you ever done it? Said, you want to warn me that things, because something has gone up. He said, something avocado. I said, who eats it? I don't need it again.
I don't care for that.
They said,
I'm looking
something
for natural
I said, what products. Can we all just be creative in our thinking?
Guys, it's not easy. Then I said I wanted to buy. I went to Leo's house. She has this like thing that like it has a top that has a hole, but then when you turn it, it has all your different pills and like vitamins.
Okay, yes.
So it has all these different slots. I said, okay, no problem. This is from Amazon. Let me buy it. Okay, to now feel it now. With all these different vitamins, speeds, okay, magnesium, omega, one thing, more. I said, please, do you have multivitamin for women?
I know, it's crazy.
After they brought out each of the kidney, that I was just, when they're just doing beep, I was just seeing 20K, 50K, 40-something K. Then they say, this one is actually pure. It doesn't have, I said, what of the one that has impurity, the one that is mixed, bring it. Because the pure one, 6 comes, okay, the one that has other things.
You still have one for multivitamin. I asked my grandpa's best friend, his name is Uncle Agbo. I said, please, I need your namesake. I need Agbo. Because what I'm hearing these days, I said, Uncle Agbo, he said he was so confused because I haven't spoken to this man in so long. I was like, Uncle Agbo, that I'm looking for a good afternoon. He said that, and when I called him, he always thinks it's one of two things. He's like, are you getting married? I said, no. He said, And then he thought maybe like there was something wrong and I needed him to come and talk to my dad or something. I said, oh, no. I need Agbo. I promise you that man thinks I'm trying to have an abortion. I'm too sure that he thinks this guy is trying to flush something out of there because...
No, you guys, I want you to know that in my 8 skinny pill, there's only 2 things there. There's only 2 things there.
No.
Because yes, I went to I wanted to get the prime. I went to Holland and Barrett. They chased me out. I went to Holland and Barrett. I said I want to buy, the original, just pure.
Let me tell you what you need to do.
Send me iHerb.co.uk where you will get the
pure. I said the diluted one. The diluted one.
My friends are now saying, after you do the vitamins, then you'll now get witch hazel. You get cold pressed coconut wanting. You get, I say witch hazel. I'm not into witches. I'm not into any form of witchcraft. Witch hazel. Then they said, when I get the witch hazel, I'll get the liquid, I'll get the wipes.
After this batch of skincare finishes, I'm going back to apricot scrub. I want to let everybody know. I'm going back.
And they're still selling Dudu Oshun. That's the funny thing.
Dudu Oshun followed by apricot scrub.
We're always too proud.
Then I'll moisturize my face with Vaseline. And be on my merry way.
No, because seriously,
what's
too much going on?
When it's hot in the night, white powder.
Say you should buy LED light mask. Then you buy one of the...
Do you know that also? Sorry, we're about to go, but I have to say this. I found my methylated powder a few days ago.
As
and
in
my white powder. Yes. And you know what I realized? Men are spoiled these days. Because once upon a time, your girlfriend or your wife would just come out of the bathroom
with powder. And bonnet powder.
On her vest. And if he's really doing her, she might even put up to her neck. Now you're seeing glass skin. Well, people, I hate it bad, life has spoiled.
No, life has spoiled.
Life has spoiled. I want to go back to the basics.
Please, all these wellness things.
No.
Me that I said, okay, I'm going to start wellness. I saw 2 different classes. One is kickboxing, one is weight that I wanted to do.
Kickboxing?
After putting everything together, I said, and I called them to come and fix the treadmill in my house. No, it's for... Let me tell you.
And you have space at the front.
I can be running up and down my compound. It's even for the best. What are you talking about? My road is not that short. Exactly. I will run here like this, run here. Because by the time I saw, Kenny have for the classes, then if you want double classes quarterly, then if you want the main person or the assistant person, is this price? I said,
One of my friends goes to a gym where they do, it's like a classes gym. And she's like, oh, you've never been. I said, the names of your instructors tells me I can't afford this thing. I've never had Coyote. I've not had Chinedu. They say, oh, are you in Zim's Zim? I say, oh, the person's nickname will be Fire. So are you in Fire Zumba class? I said, you see? By the time I had one boxing coach, Shanjo. He used to fight in stadium before. Shanjo was my boxing coach. I know what I was paying that time.
No,
if you see the training that Shanjo used to give me, look, I can beat any downfall driver.
I'll tell you the truth, it's cheaper to be fat. It's cheaper to be fat. Sincerely, it's cheaper to be fat because there's a lot of stuff involved. Have you seen the price of vegetables?
You know what I hate?
Start buying kale.
When they say veggies, that's the one I hate more. They say your veggies. I say no. I want
then veggies. Then you have to start buying kale. Then that's also dressing God.
No.
It's not right. So.
No need.
Then 2 days you finished all those things.
Exactly. Then I'll be saying I was. Do you
know how much grapes are?
Once they said it was the portion you ate, I said, yeah, a big fool. Yeah, what are you trying to say here? Is it not salad?
Oh, do you know what grapes are? You say I should be having plenty fruits.
Avocado. You say healthy fats, avocado. I said the unhealthy one is where I've got it to where I am now. And I don't have a problem. It's you that has a problem with it.
So listen, a lot of these things, I'm just like,
we wish ourselves the best.
Even trying to do better, you want to kill me again. So I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Anyway, guys, this has been a huge time.
It's for the best. A lot of dilemmas today were about what's coming up. You'll see soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. You'll see our team.
You see our team. They'll be out.
What else do I want to say? KLM. Koye will be with you shortly. Koye, Lai will be with you shortly. We are going as a team to that place.
I'm sure of you, look. I beg collect my insults money.
Please leave comments, share, like, subscribe.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Goodbye.
This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Network. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our social media manager is Najite Anira. Our cinematographer is Rotimi Kujore. Our assistant cinematographer is Divine Nabuko. Our production assistant is Theresa Ajayi. On audio, we have David Kenny. Our camera assistants are Mark Uko and Abolade Uluyede. And your hosts are Jola and KLM FK Abudu. This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Chowdeck. And this season of this fabulous podcast is brought to you by Miss San by Bamboo.